Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be ranking all 44 Dreamworks movies ranked. I haven't done this video since like 2020, so I thought, why not do it again? Because we're doing the Illumination versus Dreamworks. I've done the Illumination tier list, but instead of tier list today, I'm going to be doing a ranking. And then we're going to be doing the Illumination versus Dreamworks and a bracket. Yeah. So further ado, we're just going to get started with number 44, Spirit Untamed. I think Spirit Untamed was a pretty shit movie, to be honest. I was not a huge fan of this movie, I would say. It's not really a movie that I would watch on my own viewing. I'd say 30% for me. That's not that great. Number 43, The B Movie. The B Movie, it's the B Movie, like, come on. This movie is not gonna be good. It's a 30% for me. I think Jerry Steinfeld could have been good in this. The animation was something. It's not a movie I would recommend you checking out because it's not that great. It's not like an amazing, masterful, amazing movie. No, it's not good. It's not good. It's very weird because it's basically trying to show how a human is getting romantic feelings for a bee. Like what? Anyway, not that great. 42, Joseph King of Dreams. I gave it a 40%, and with a 2 out of 5. Joseph King of Dreams has a good cast, I would say. You got Ben Affleck and Mark Hamill. It has a good cast. Ben Affleck plays Joseph as the main character. I think Joseph King of Dreams was a movie. I mean, when did this movie come out? 2000. Year 2000. It could have worked way better than what I wanted it to. I think the story was a bit off. The movie wasn't that great for my liking. I wasn't a huge fan of where the story went. The characters were okay, I would say, in this movie. It's not like a amazing, masterful movie that you have to watch. No, it's not that movie. It's not that movie for me, and unfortunately, 42 has to be Joseph King of Dreams. I really wish this movie could have worked for me, but unfortunately, as you can see, it did not. 41 for me is Trolls. I gave it a 45% with a 2 out of 5. Trolls, yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie for sure. It's not that great. It's not a movie I would recommend you check it out because it's not that amazing, masterful movie. I don't even know what I keep on saying amazing, masterful. It's not. Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake as the main leads. Could have been better. Could have really been better for me, but unfortunately, well, it wasn't. And Trolls, yeah, it's just a musical movie that I don't really give a about. And yeah, 41 for me, Trolls. 40, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. Is that how you say it? I'm sorry, I give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars with 50%. I think this movie had no anticipation for me to enjoy this. I'm sorry. It didn't really hook my interest whatsoever. It didn't look that great for me. It wasn't really a movie that I would say, oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this movie. No. I mean, Matt Damon's in here. You gotta love Matt Damon. He didn't pull off the movie though. But Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, even though, if that's even how you say it, it's a movie. I wouldn't say I would watch this movie again, because I probably wouldn't, but it was fine for what it was, to be genuinely honest. It was fine for what, no, it wasn't really fine. It was just meh. Number 39, we have Home. Yeah, Home. Can't even remember what happened in this movie. So basically, the Earth is getting taken over by Boov, an alien race, and basically, what are these characters' names? O and Tip, played by Jim Parsons and Rihanna, are trying to basically find Rihanna's mother. And yeah, that's basically it. The movie wasn't really that great. Could have worked a bit better for me, but it wasn't like a movie I would say you should watch this movie, because it wasn't that great. At 38, oh my god, what am I saying? Trolls World Tour, I gave it a 50% with a 2.5 out of 5 stars. At least this movie is a bit better than Trolls, the first one. I mean, it's still not good. I mean, it's okay for what it was, to be genuinely honest. It's not like an amazing, masterful movie, no. It's not. But it was fine for what it was. It's just a plain old movie that has nothing interesting about this movie. Can't even remember what happened in this movie. It wasn't like this rock artist is trying to get all the strings of the music and basically trying to rule rock or something. Yeah, the story was bland. I didn't really like the rock artist troll is trying to get all the strings. Blah blah blah. Don't care. 37 for me is The Boss Baby. The Boss Baby. It's another movie. Alec Baldwin as the Boss Baby, Theodore Templeton. Okay. He was okay. He wasn't that great, I would say. But Alec Baldwin was probably not. Actual Alec Baldwin was probably like the best part about this whole movie. The animation was good, at least. I like the animation. The animation looked really good. But the movie, not good whatsoever. This movie, the plot was not that great. The story really did not work well for me. The characters were not really enjoyable, except for the Boss Baby, and it was boring overall. 36, Monsters vs. Aliens. Now, I grew up with this movie. I loved Monsters vs. Aliens growing up. But for me now, I think this is not that great. I don't think it's that great. It's a really good cast, I'm going to say. Reese Witherspoon, Seth Rogen, Will Arnett, Rainn Wilson, Paul Rudd. Like, has a great cast. But the movie isn't that great. I wouldn't say it's an amazing movie, no. Nowhere near. But it's a movie that basically an alien race is trying to take over the world, so these monsters are trying to basically save the world and stop this alien, blah blah blah. Yeah. And the alien is played by, who's the alien played by? Oh, I think it's Rainn Wilson. Or someone is playing him. Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, that's it. 35 for me is Shark Tale. To be generally honest, Shark Tale was a... Sorry about that. Shark Tale was a... It was... a meh movie. It's near okay for me. It's very memeable. There's a lot of memes about Shark Tale, which I love. But you know, Shark Tale. Will Smith is in here. You gotta love Will Smith. He's in here. Who else is in here? You got Robert De Niro. Renee Zellweger, Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Martin Scorsese. Got a great cast. This movie, it's a movie. I wouldn't say it's a rewatchable movie, but it's a Matt okay movie. It's nothing special, nothing amazing, just a righty old time. No, I'm joking. But you know, Shark Tale, not really rewatchable. 34, we have Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. For me, it's an okay movie. I mean, I like the story of this movie. The cast, you got Brad Pitt and Catherine Zeta-Jones, Michelle Pfeiffer, Dennis Haysbert, if you know who that is. He was on Heat, Wreck-It Ralph, Kung Fu Panda 2. Like, he's been in some movies, Dennis. You know, this movie, basically, the sailor of legend is framed by the goodness heiress for the theft of the Book of Peace and must travel to the realm at the end of the world to retrieve it and save the life of his childhood friend, Prince Proteus, if that's how you say it properly. Yeah, it's a good story. The movie, that's okay. I got a little bit bored during the movie, which I'm not a huge fan of, but could have worked. For 33 is Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third, for me, it's an okay movie. This is my least favourite Shrek movie, and reasonably so. It's not a movie I'll rewatch because of how boring it was. It wasn't really a film that I enjoyed my time with. It was just way too cheesy. The jokes didn't really land. Michael Myers, Eddie Murphy, as always, really good. Cameron Diaz, really good. Anthony Banderas as Puss in Boots, really good. Julie Andrews as Queen Elena, good. Chris Miller directed this movie. Chris Miller. But yeah, Shrek the Third, it's an okay movie. The story didn't really work that well. Is this where Prince Charming was introduced? Well, so he was a terrible villain. Well, and his mother, the grandmother, whatever that crap was. Didn't really enjoy that. Number 32, we have The Boss Baby Family Business. Now this was an okay movie. It's better than the first one, which I'm happy about. Because the first one was an okay movie, and now we have... Sorry, the first one was a meh movie, and now we have an okay movie. So it's moved up a little bit of a step. I enjoy this movie a little bit more than the first one on rewatch, because I used to like the first one more than the second. But when I rewatched, I actually like this one a bit more. This movie, it's fun, it's enjoyable. I enjoyed... No, it's not really fun, it's not really enjoyable. What am I saying? It's a meh movie. No, it's an okay movie. I like the animation. The villain, played by Jeff Goldblum, is good. The thing was, I didn't really like the time travel thing when they were adults. I wish they could have just stayed as kids. I feel like that was a major upset for me personally. Number 31, we have Kung Fu Panda 3. Now, this is a good movie for me. I think Kung Fu Panda 3 is a good movie. It's nothing special, nothing amazing. I really wish this movie could have worked way better because of the first and second, which I really love. But this one, it's good. It's good for what it was. It was enjoyable. I liked it. It's nothing special, nothing amazing, just a movie that I enjoyed. The plot could have worked a bit better for me. I feel like the plot and story, the characters could have worked a bit better for me. The movie overall, it's a good movie. It's nothing special, nothing amazing, like I've said, but it's good. 30, for me, we have Shrek Forever After. Shrek Forever After. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. I used to think this movie was not good whatsoever, but I actually enjoyed it. How many times have I watched this? Like the 6th time? I don't even know how many times I've watched this movie. But Shrek Forever After, that's a fine ending to the Shrek movies, even though they were getting a new one, I'm pretty sure, with the original cast coming back. I think that was right. But yeah, Shrek Forever After is a good movie. Nothing amazing, nothing special, but it's fine for what it was. Number 29, we have Abominable. Now this one, I think is a good movie. I enjoyed Abominable. It's nothing amazing, like I said. It's just a fun little animated movie about these three people are trying to get this Yeti home back to Everest. And basically this guy, these group of people were trying to stop them. Basically like a normal animated movie. Has really good cast, I gotta say. The cast was really good in this movie. And yeah, this movie was really enjoyable, I gotta say. I really did enjoy my time with Abominable. It's nothing special, but it's from the studio that created How to Train Your Dragon, Dreamworks. I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah, Abominable, it's a good movie. Nothing special though. At number 28, a movie I do enjoy, Penguins of Madagascar. I think this movie is a good movie. It's good. It's enjoyable. I liked it. The story could have worked a bit better for me. I feel like it really went from point A to B and didn't really develop it really well for me. But I think Penguins of Madagascar was just a fun family flick, to be generally honest. The original cast, I think, is returned back. And yeah, Penguins of Madagascar, it's an enjoyable movie. It was enjoyable. I liked it. The villain could have been a bit better for me. I really think that the villain could have been a bit better. But overall, it was a very good movie. So it was a good movie that I did enjoy. Yeah, but there were problems. Number 27 we have is Turbo. Turbo. You got Ryan Reynolds as Turbo. Kind of love that. Paul Giamatti, Michael Pena, Samuel Jackson, Louis Guzman, Paul Hader, Snoop Dogg's in here, Ben Schwartz, Maya Rudolph, Ken Jeong, Michelle Rodriguez. You got a great cast. The movie, I think the plot didn't really develop that well. The characters could have been a bit better for me, but Turbo, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's a fine-ish movie. I would say it's nothing special, nothing amazing, just a fine movie that I think could have worked a bit better, to be generally honest. I feel like this movie could have been way better. But yeah, it's at least it's not last. At number 26 we have is the first one from Dreamworks, Ants. Now this was the first movie that I started off watching with the Dreamworks versus Illumination. To be honest, a good start. I enjoyed Ants. It was a good movie. Now everyone's like, are you team A Bug's Life or Ants? Well, I guess we have to find out if they do verse. Pixar and Dreamworks, who knows? But Ants is a good movie. Oh, I forgot to say, with the ranking, we're going to do the different rankings, and then when we go to the semi-finals, there won't be, like, rankings of, like, DreamWorks rankings again, not like that. We're only going to be doing that for, like, for the first time, not the semi-finals or the finals, or the quarterfinals, and that's it. So all the companies, I'll be ranking their movies, like, separately, and then I'm going to be doing a bracket, if that's understandable. Anyway, Ants, good movie. 25, The Road to El Dorado. For me, 63%. I enjoyed that Road to El Dorado. It's a fine film. Has Kenneth Branagh, Calvin Klein, and yeah, it's a movie for sure. I like the animation, I would say. I think the start of the movie was really well developed. The middle could have been a bit better. The characters could have been It could have been a bit better for me personally, but overall I still really enjoyed this movie. And yeah, The Road to El Dorado is a good movie. I did enjoy my time with The Road to El Dorado. And next up, 24, is Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I think Mr. Peabody and Sherman is a good movie. Like, come on, it's a good movie. Like, we cannot lie. Well, I know a lot of people don't really enjoy it, but I did. The idea behind this film, I didn't really get behind that well. But when I watched this movie, it was a decent enough movie that I did quite enjoy my time with. But Mr. Peabody and Sherman, I think, is a decent film. The characters could have been worked on a bit better. There was a lot of point A to B, and not, in the climax and that. Yeah, Mr. Peabody and Sherman has to be 24 for me. It's still a good movie, but it's nothing special. 23, it's The CROODS, A New Age. I think this movie is a good movie as well. I think I still give it the same rating as what I did in 2020. I still think it's a good movie. It's nothing special. I still really enjoyed the first one more. But overall, I still really enjoyed it. You got Nicolas Cage in here. Got Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds. We got a good cast to this movie. And yeah, it's a decent movie. It's directed by Joel Crawford, who directed Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which I'm not going to say too much, but it's up there. But The CROODS: A New Age, I really did enjoy my time with. I'm not going to say it's an amazing movie, but I enjoyed my time with it. And number 22 for me, we have The Prince of Egypt. Now, I know a lot of people think this is one of the best Dreamworks movies ever. For me, it's not that case. I think it's a good movie though. It is a good movie, but it's nothing special, nothing amazing. But it's good for what it was. I liked the cast: Val Kilmer, Ralph Fiennes, Michelle Pfeiffer, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Goldblum, Danny Glover, Patrick Stewart, Helen Mirren, Stephen Martin Short. A great cast. But I really liked the story behind this, about the brotherhood of Moses and Ramses, as I said. Is one who is a royal blood and one is an orphan. I really liked how that really panned out with the movie and how this movie worked for me. It was good. I really did enjoy my time with The Prince of Egypt. It's a good movie. And yeah, I used to not really enjoy this movie as much, but now I think it's a very good movie. So I think it's a good movie. And number 21 we have is Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. It's a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. It is a good movie. I think this movie could have worked a bit better for me. I liked, the new characters added in this movie. We have, who's the new cast you got? Where is it? You got Martin Short's in here. You got, I think is Vitaly a new character? I have no idea. But anyway, you got new cast in here. I love the villain, played by Frances McDormand. What? She's the villain? Oh my god. Well, I really did enjoy the villain to this movie. And yeah. And number 20 we have is Puss in Boots. I think Puss in Boots is a good movie. I did enjoy my time with it. Yeah, it's a good movie. Okay, it really is a good movie. I used to not really enjoy this movie. I probably gave it a 2.5 or a 2 out of 10. Sorry, 2 out of 5. But Puss in Boots, it's a good movie. I really did enjoy my time with this movie. It's just a fun family flick that was enjoyable. It was a fun time that I enjoyed. Yeah, that's basically about it. It's a good movie. I definitely recommend you checking this movie out because it is a movie I would recommend. Because, like I said, it's enjoyable. And Anthony Banderas, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, this Puss in Boots, really good. Salma Hayek, really good. Yeah, he's good in this movie. And yeah, really good movie. Number 19, we have is The CROODS. The CROODS, I think it's a very good movie. I really did enjoy The CROODS. Just a fun film about cavemen and cave people. Really enjoyed that kind of feel to this film. You know, same cast as The CROODS in New Age. Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds, Catherine Keener. The cast goes on and on and on. But The CROODS is a really good movie. I really did enjoy my time with it. And it's just a fun, entertaining movie that I, did enjoy watching. It's very enjoyable. And, yeah. Number 18 for me is Chicken Run. I think Chicken Run is a very good movie. I had so much fun with Chicken Run. I've only watched this movie like 3 times, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's definitely a movie I would recommend you checking out because this was one of the early movies that they've made and it works really well for me. I like the cast. Mel Gibson's in here. He's really good in this movie. And yeah, I really did enjoy Chicken Run. It's an enjoyable movie. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Chicken Run, definitely worth your time because, like I said, it's enjoyable. I liked it. It was fun, entertaining. That's all what I gotta say. Is there any problems with this? I feel like the character development could have worked a bit better for me. But overall, I think it's a good movie. 17 for me is Flushed Away. I think Flushed Away was a good movie. It was enjoyable for what it was. It wasn't a bad movie for me. I think it's a very good movie. I grew up with this movie, so I kind of have a little bit of nostalgia with this film. It has a good cast. Hugh Jackman plays the main character. I think he does really well. And then Kate Winslet as the female lead, who also does really well in this movie. You got Ian McKellen in here. Got some real, good voice actors /actors in here. And yeah, Flushed Away, just an enjoyable movie. The story could have worked a bit better for me. The pacing could have worked a bit better. Yeah, the first little bit of the movie I was a bit about, but overall, 17 for me, Flushed Away. 16 for me, we have is Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's a good movie, genuinely. I think it's a very good movie. It's near a great movie for me. I have a fun time with Wallace and Gromit. I watched this movie once or twice when I was little. I didn't really know much about it, but it has a good voice cast, I gotta say. The voice cast is really well. The animation is amazing. I love the animation to this movie. It's one of the best animated Dreamworks movies, in my opinion, personally. But yeah, Wallace and Gromit, I think, is such a fun time. Problem for me, I think they could have really made the story a bit more following. Sorry, a bit more, so people follow the film and know what's the word? Yeah, following, yeah, that's the word, isn't it? So you're basically they didn't really do well with following the story. Yeah, let's just keep it as that. 15 for me, Kung Fu Panda 2. It's a very good movie. I enjoy this movie. Another movie that I have nostalgia with, I watched this movie in the theaters. It was the second movie I saw in the theater. No, I have no idea. But I remember I went to the movie theaters when I was like, when it was released. And when was this movie released? 2011, so I would have been like 6, 7 when I saw this. Absolutely, really enjoyed it. The story could have worked a bit better for me, but overall, a very good movie. 14, Madagascar Escape to Africa. I really do enjoy Madagascar Escape to Africa. I think it's a very gripping movie, and not really, what am I saying? A really gripping movie that I did enjoy my time with. I like the Madagascar franchise. It's just a fun time, to be generally honest. You know, the original cast comes back: Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Sacha Baron Cohen. All those guys coming back. And yeah, the story could have worked a bit better. I wish that some of the new characters in this movie could have added more to the character, and I didn't feel like they were well developed that much for me personally, but overall, it's still a very good movie. A very good movie. And I mean, it's 14 out of 44, so if you think about it, I still really enjoyed it. It's very good. 13, Rise of the Guardians. I think this movie is great. I had so much fun with Rise of the Guardians. Great cast: Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Jude Law, Isla Fisher, Hugh Jackman. Great cast in this movie. Yeah, it has like that Christmas kind of feel to it. I don't know if it was set around Christmas. I think it was. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I really did enjoy this movie. It's a fun time. It's a fun movie. I like Chris Pine as the lead. He did really well as Jack Frost. I'm pretty sure he played. It's Jack Frost? Yeah, Jack Frost. You know, he was really enjoyable in this movie. Yeah. The story could have worked a bit better, but overall, 13 for me. 12, Kung Fu Panda, the first one. Kung Fu Panda, don't get me wrong, it's an enjoyable movie. I do enjoy Kung Fu Panda. The problems for me with this movie, I feel like the characters were not well fleshed out for me, even though this is the first one. I would have just liked more of the characters to be fleshed out. I feel like we could have had, you know, all characters fleshed out. How many times do I have to say that? Anyway, I still really enjoyed Kung Fu Panda. It's just I think it's a great movie. I think it's a fun movie. It's enjoyable. I liked it. There are some things that I don't like I said, with the characters. The story in the second half could have worked a bit better for me. But overall, I still really enjoyed Kung Fu Panda. And yeah, number 11 for me is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Yeah, this is a great movie. Yeah, just a fun, entertaining movie. I would probably read these books when I was little. Yeah, I like the cast to this movie. You got Kevin Hart, you got Ed Helms, Nick Kroll, Thomas Middleditch, Jordan Peele. It has a great cast to it. And yeah, I really did enjoy Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. It's a very heartwarming, fun time that I really did enjoy. Yeah. Is there problems for me? Yeah. I feel like the villain wasn't really that villainous. I wished he was trying to take over laughter, trying to make that not a thing. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan, but yeah. Number 10, we have How to Train Your Dragon 2. How to Train Your Dragon 2, it's a good movie. Sorry, it's a great movie. Let's be honest, it's a great movie. I was lucky enough to see this in the theaters. I had a fun time with it. I really did have fun with How to Train Your Dragon 2. Just a fun time. Original cast comes back. The villain for me in this movie, I wasn't a huge fan of. the villain for me personally. But I still really enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's still a fun movie that I did enjoy my time with. Yeah, that's really all what I gotta say. I feel like the characters were well fleshed out. The story could have worked a bit better, but overall, that's about it. Yeah, this is our top 10. Number 9, we have The Bad Guys. The Bad Guys is a movie I really do dig. It's such a fun, entertaining movie about these, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 animals that are bad guys, and the leader, and they're trying to be like good guys, if that makes sense. And they want to like change them and be good people. I like the voice cast. You got Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Awkwafina, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos. Great cast to this movie. And yeah, it's just a fun time. I wish the characters could have been fleshed out a bit more for me personally. But I still really enjoyed The Bad Guys. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie that I did enjoy. And yeah, definitely check it out. And number 8 for me is Over the Hedge. Now this wasn't a nostalgia movie. I didn't watch this when I was little. I watched this like 2020. This was like the first time I watched this movie. And I really did enjoy Over the Hedge. It's such an entertaining movie. Basically about these animals. Well, this main animal played by Bruce Willis is trying to. He took this bear's. Is it bear? Yeah, his food, because like they they're animals. They steal food from people. That's what they do. So basically, he's in a neighborhood and he's basically stealing a bunch of food and paying the bear back because he took his food. Yeah, that's basically what happened in this movie. The cast, great cast. Bruce Willis, Gary Shandling, Steve Carell, in disguise, great cast. Number 7, we have the original Madagascar. I do really enjoy Madagascar. It's a fun movie, like, come on. Madagascar for me, I really did enjoy Madagascar. I think it's a great movie. I really enjoy the cast to this movie with Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Sacha Baron Cohen. Great cast. And I probably did watch this movie when I was little. I can't really remember with this movie specifically. But I really did enjoy Madagascar. And yeah, just a fun, entertaining movie about these animals in New York City. And Marty, who plays by Chris Rock, is basically trying to leave and go to, I forgot what the place he was going to, but he wanted to leave. And yeah, it's a great movie that I did enjoy. That's all what I gotta say. Number 6 for me, we have, where is it? How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. I really enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. It's a great movie. It is a great movie for me personally. I had so much fun with this movie. I got the cast back. This is the big final movie of the trilogy. And I think it was a really good ending to this whole franchise for me. It really worked well with what they had. And the characters were really enjoyable in this movie. The animation was beautiful. And I really like How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. And I'm very excited to see it again, even though I literally watched it like 2 days ago. I'm still really excited to see this movie again because it's such a fun movie and really enjoyable. At number 5, surprisingly, where was the first one? The first one was placed at, oh god, where was it? It was at number 20. Yeah, I'm talking about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. At number 5, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is one of the most surprising animated Dreamworks movies I've ever seen. Now, the first one I thought was good, but this one, it was great. I loved Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The animation is beautiful. The characters were really compelling and really worked well in this movie. The villain was very menacing and really worked well. And I just really enjoyed Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It came out literally last year, and it's, one of the best DreamWorks movies for me personally. Number 5. Absolutely deserving for that spot. And number 4, it's How to Train Your Dragon. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, this should be number 1, this should be number 1. I'm sorry, I mean, for me there are 3 other movies that are better, if I would say that, than How to Train Your Dragon. I still really enjoyed this movie, not gonna lie, I still really enjoy How to Train Your Dragon. This movie was a start of something fresh and brand new. No one knew really, I didn't really know anything about this movie until I watched it. All I knew was basically about a relationship between a human and a dragon. That's it. And it worked amazing for me. I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's a great movie and just a really entertaining movie that I just, enjoyed my time with. I really did enjoy How to Train Your Dragon. At my number 3, now this is a surprising one, because last place, it was like in the top 20, it was 20 to 10 around that area. For me, it's number 3 now. It's Megamind. I love Megamind. Megamind is such a great movie. I had so much fun with Megamind. I grew up with this movie. Well, not really grew up, but I watched it probably when I was like 10. And I'm like 17 this year, so yeah. Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, David Cross, Ben Stiller, amazing cast. And it's directed by Tom McGrath, who directed the first Madagascar, the second Madagascar, the third Madagascar, and then he directed the Boss Baby movies, which, Anyway, Megamind, I love this movie so much. It's so fun, and it's nice that we had like an animated superhero movie from 2010, even though we got one in like 2018. It's just really nice to have like one of these new, fresh, animated DreamWorks movies based around a superhero. A supervillain. Really like that. Number 2, we have Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is an awesome movie. I love Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is the cream of the crop. Did I say that correctly? I don't know. Now, this movie does have some disappointments. I wasn't a huge fan of the Prince Charming and the fairy godmother or whatever her name was. Not really a fan of those characters, but overall, this movie is amazing. I loved Shrek 2. Shrek 2, so dear to my heart. And love Shrek 2. And my number 1, it's the original Shrek. I love Shrek. Shrek's such a compelling movie and such a great story told in this movie. You got a great trio from Princess Fiona, Shrek, and Donkey, which absolutely are amazing in this movie. Played by amazing actors and actresses such as Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy. Then you got the villain of Lord Farquaad, which I love that villain, one of my favourite DreamWorks villains. And this movie, absolutely deserving for number 1 spot. I love Shrek. It's such an awesome movie, and I love it. But that is it. Hope you enjoyed me ranking all 44 DreamWorks movies ranked. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, it'll be a massive help. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.